You know, one of the things we haven't gone through yet on this Beko is all the tools and how you can use it. So, why don't we do that now? Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums, how are you today? So, you've seen the unboxing, you've seen me empty it, really. So, next up is probably going to be sensible to go through the tools. Now, to use it with the tools, we want this bit, we don't want that bit. Actually, no, we do. I lie. This part here, I dropped it. Look, gutted. We'll push this button here. We need this part. And maybe some dirt from that part. So this is all of the tools that you get. You get the quite long stretch hose. The powered turbo, well, it's a small turbo brush, but I'll be honest, there's not much in it to the big one, but it's the small turbo brush. You get a soft dusting brush. You get a not as great as it first appears angled piece, that is all it does. A dusting brush, which would be amazing if it swiveled. A crevice tool with a little brush, which I thought might have come off, but it doesn't. As you can see, I have tried. A quite nice upholstery tool. And another quite soft dusting brush to go with it. So what should we start with first? Let's start with... Well, we'll fit the hose first. The hose goes into the end of the machine. Only one way. There is a little triangle on the end to denote that that's the way it goes in. However, it does pull out quite easily, which is a little bit annoying. And even if you push it in quite far, eventually it will go. But that seems to be okay. So. There we go. Right, let us go first to the sofa, where we have some genuine dirt, which is good. However, for added extras, we'll just make a little bit of a polystyrene mess on there. There we go. That will do. So, of course, you could use it just as a little spot bag. You could use it with the hose, etc. And really, each of these doubles up because you can use... Well, some of them double up actually, some of them don't. The upholstery tool fits onto the end there. So you can use it like so, and obviously it will fit onto the end of the hose, so you can, you know, etc. Hold the machine in one hand and vacuum away. Same with the crevice tool. That sort of does work slightly better on the hose, I find, because you can angle it more. Like so. Otherwise you find yourself a little bit... It works, but it's not quite as good as the rest of it. Now, the turbo nozzle. It's a 10-watt turbo nozzle, but it only fits straight onto the machine because obviously it's powered. Like so. and it's not too bad. I mean, it feels a little bit clunky, but you know, it does a job. Obviously, it's useless on the end of the hose. In fact, I'm not sure if it fit. Yeah, it does fit onto the end of the hose, but will be straight suction only, so a little bit pointless. And of course, you can twist the locking cap half a degree. Probably can't. Well, maybe I'll do it with fingers. Yes, you don't even need. Oh gosh! Right, so that bit pops off, reveals little bearing, and you can take the brush roll out for cleaning and sort of, I'm gonna say force because that's what it feels like. Force it back in, we'll put the little end cap back on again, that's keyed into there, so that's why that exists. Like so, obviously check it rotates. So for upholstery cleaning, it's quite good. Right, let us find some dusting. And luckily you never have to look very far in my house for some dust. So, we're going to use the hose for all of this because it's just easier to film with. I can leave the machine down here. And we'll start with the main dusting brush, which is great if you want to use it like this. But of course, who wants to use it like that? You need the angled bit, which goes on quite jankily, I'll be honest, and ends up looking just a little bit like that, which does the job, I suppose, but isn't fantastic, and I don't like it, I'll be honest. I just prefer it in this bit swivel because that's quite a nice dusting brush, but a little bit terrible. You can also use the upholstery tool with the clip. You simply just snap it on there like so. And this is actually nicer than the round dusting brush because again it's got quite soft bristles and you can do quite a large area with it. But the main one you're going to use for dusting is this. I mean, on high mode, hang on, turn on. Ooh. See, it does this. It now won't turn on for some reason that I don't quite know. It's a little bit annoying because I've been turning it on and off too much, I think. There we go. Yeah, it's just so much nicer to use. And I'll be honest, you will use it the most. Especially for the television. Because you can... God, telly's filthy. Because you can get under everywhere, to all the nooks and crannies. Oh, that doesn't like that. Hang on. That's struggling to autofocus. There we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, you can get into all the little areas. You can get the brushes just under the tip of the edge. And this is just very good indeed. Right, up high. Now, to go up high, you need what was the handle. And the way this works is, that part there flips up. And it does lock. You simply push that back down. And this utterly, utterly horrible, I'll be honest, this is the worst bit about the entire vacuum, is this rubber cap. Because when you're using it, just normally, you'll brush it, and it'll pop off. Quite annoying. So, you have it like so. Now again, you can put the hose on, like so. This is your extension one. So you pop the tool of your choice on. I think. Yes. onto the end and off you go. But again, the limitations of this static dusting brush are pretty terrible. So again, you need to pop the angled piece on if you can remember which specific way round the dusting brush goes, and then you can just about do the tops of your curtains. There we go. Of course you can do, you can't fit the upholstery tool straight onto there. You need to go via the angled piece. So when you want to vacuum your curtains, it suddenly becomes 10 times longer, like so. But gets the job done. Same with the crevice tool, that needs to go on the adapter. You can't see that if I go down there. There we go. Does the job, but it's not ideal. However, they're not shortcomings, it's just clunky. It is cheap. This is a cheap machine. It is very good at cleaning on the floor. And I'll be honest, that's a silly thing to do, and I'll be honest, is what we use it for 9 times out of 10. If we get the occasional poke around just to get bits up, just in handheld mode, but everything else, I'll be honest, I'll get the big vac out and do a proper job. So there we go, there is the look at the Beko stick vac. What was it again? The Beko, I've looked at its model number, the Beko VRT6221P. The P probably just stands for that brush. In all of its tool glory, it's not bad. I'll be honest, it does the job, you get used to it, but just for quick floor cleanups is where it is. If you can buy a cheaper version without all of these tools, I'll be honest, you won't be missing much. But it does quite well. I think the next video we should just do a house clean. Watching Mr. Hooverlux do some of his whole house cleans the other day, and it's a pretty good idea. And it will show you just how much that will actually pick up, because it is not too bad. But there we go. That's about it really. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.